Omaha, Nebraska Railroad unions criticized President Joe Biden's request for Congress to step in and resolve their contract dispute on Tuesday, claiming it undermines their efforts to address workers' quality of life issues. However, businesses emphasized the importance of averting a strike next week, which would have a devastating impact on the economy. Despite the fact that 4 of the 12 unions, which collectively represent more than half of the 115,000 train workers, rejected the arrangements, Biden and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi indicated that lawmakers will be asked to vote on Wednesday to enforce them. The 5-year agreements, which include 24% raises and $5,000 in bonuses, were approved by 8 additional unions. Biden stated on Tuesday, "I think Congress has to act to prevent that. I know it's a tough decision, but I believe we must make it. The economy is in danger." In order to change the demanding schedules that they claim make it difficult for employees to ever take a day off, unions and labor organizations have been lobbying railroads to include paid sick days. If new agreements cannot be made by a deadline of December 9, they have vowed to go on strike. Because they didn't want to spend any more money on the labor agreements than they had already agreed to in September, the railways, which include BNSF, Union Pacific, CSX, Kansas City Southern, and Norfolk Southern, have declined to contemplate adding sick leave. They have also stated that throughout the years, rail unions have consented to give up paid sick time in exchange for increased pay and more robust short-term disability insurance. Conductor Gabe Christensen, co-chairman of the coalition known as Railroad Workers United, which consists of employees from all rail unions, claimed that Biden and the Democrats support railroads over workers. Railroad Workers United activist Paul Lindsay, a longtime Union Pacific engineer based in Pocatello, Idaho, said Congress and Biden appear to be sending the message that your quality of life, your time off, your days, and your standard of living don't matter if you getting a pay increase will hurt business. Nathaniel Tinsley, a BNSF diesel mechanic in the Kansas City region, said it is discouraging to see Congress restrict workers' power to strike, making it more difficult to exert pressure on the railways. However, industry organizations that have been urging Congress and Biden to become involved in the negotiations applauded the president's move and expressed hope that Republicans and Democrats can work together to find a swift solution. The United States Congress, according to Mike Summers, president and CEO of the American Petroleum Institute, is the only thing preventing the American economy from suffering significantly as a result of a catastrophic rail strike. We must see to it that the U.S. Congress takes action on this as soon as feasible. According to National Grain and Feed Association CEO Mike Seifert, politicians should come together across party lines given the projected widespread severity of the effects of a rail strike. Because railroads would start stopping shipments of dangerous chemicals and perishable goods ahead of time to make sure they wouldn't be stuck along the lines, the effects of a strike would start to be felt up to a week before the deadline. Every constituent of every member of the House and Senate, according to my last check, needs to eat, said Seifert. Therefore, I believe that considering potential effects on the food and agricultural supply chain would assist advance this agreement.